Welcome to the podcast, friends, where male perspective never ends.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn. Mansplaining The Handmaid's Tale. That's right, we've only got 2 mansplanations left, and we're knocking out the second to last one today. And, of course, as always, we'll be taking out a round of Mario Golf while we're at it here. Gonna take Wiggler out on the rookie course, so let's expect a pretty good scoring game here. All right. Okay. Well, let's get right to it. We are, of course, the final season. This is the total recap of season 6. The season's open up with Serena and June. They are on the train. They are safe at last. Safe at last. Oh, Lord, it was safe at last. Again. Because you are never actually really safe in this fucking show. This show is just about horrible people and horrible things happening to you. All the time. So, it doesn't take very long for people on the train to figure out who Serena is. And it turns out, yeah, they're not super forgiving about the whole, cutting out the tongues and killing their family members and shit like that. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Of course, June, she's like, hey, we could, hand her over to the police and have them handle it. And everybody's like, even the police are like, yeah, nah, we'll let the ladies handle it. Murder her. So, Serena ends up jumping off the train with a baby. And, yeah, we'll just assume that she survives, because, yeah, alright, fine. Oh, boy. So, next we meet Rose's High Commander Daddy. Oh boy, he springs Nick out of jail. He makes Rose stay with him. He makes him apologize to Lawrence. Nick is pretty quickly back in the good graces. It's really, it's very inconsistent, to be honest with you. But hey, he's gotta get some perks out of friggin' marrying the High Commander's daughter. Alrighty. So up in Canada, Mark and Moira, they're feeling pretty grim about the good old US of A at this point. Yeah, destroying those planes, that's a pretty big loss. Their military's nearly depleted. The rest of the world's about to de-recognize the United States government. But Moira makes mentions, oh yeah, I was at Jezebel's, and then I escaped from there. Y'all might recall she talked about how impossible it was to escape from there, and then, just one day she did. She killed the commander and then escaped from there. It's another one of the inconsistencies. But, yeah. That happened. Alright. So, Mark gets some ideas after that. Alright. So, after the craziness on the train, June arrives in Alaska. Oh, it's actually a pretty nice little surprise. She is met by Mommy Holly. Yeah, that's right. Grandma Holly gets to meet Baby Holly. Oh, shit. Serena, on the other hand, of course, she survived. She and the baby survived jumping off of a train, because, yeah, that makes sense. She was still in Canada. Ended up on a commune full of non-Gilead affiliated religious wackos. So, they're all women, so they're not super worried about, fertility and shit. Oh, they know who Serena is, but they're like, we'll let her chill here. Yeah, that's what God would do and shit, Alright. Of course, then the problem is, basically, Lawrence and Nick are back down in Gilead, and they find out that the High Commander Daddy, his name's Wharton, he is actually super interested in where the hell is Serena, and why ain't she here? We went to a lot of trouble there with this ambassador thing that she's doing. So, she should be here in New Bethlehem. Oh, so Lawrence tracks Serena down to the commune and basically convinces her, hey, number one, this New Bethlehem, it's not so bad. You'll be able to work and you can read and you can write your books and you do all that shit. But, I would also point out, here's the stick part. I found you pretty quickly, and so the Wheelers are probably going to find you pretty quickly. The Eyes can find you pretty quickly. So, yeah, think about that. Downhill. So basically Serena decides to head back with Lawrence and go to New Bethlehem. Alright. So back in Toronto, Luke's been released from jail, but he's still got about 4 months before he can get a hearing to clear his name. So he's not really interested in the idea of sitting around either. So he decides he's going to spend his time helping Mayday. Now, him and Moira, they end up sneaking into Gilead, and they had to get some intel on the commanders who shot down the planes last season. But the problem is, they eventually go dark. Oh, shit. Now, of course, Super June hears about this up in Alaska. So she got to leave the baby Holly with Grandma Holly and heads on back to Toronto. Now, June heads down there. She meets up with Mark, learns all the shit. She hops the border, Gilead, and meets up with Nick, who's basically the mayor of New Bethlehem now. And it tells him, hey, Luke's down here. We need to get him out. What the fuck? And Nick's like, hey, this is a really bad fucking day for this. We kind of got a lot going on. The fuck, man. So Nick and June go get Luke and Moira themselves. Of course, after picking them up, Nick's got to shoot a couple of guardians in order to cover his own ass. And he's got to leave them there to die. Oh, shit. Meanwhile, Lydia is finally starting to notice things that every other character seemingly knew about. She's seeing Jezebels for the first time. The secret whore bar in the first season that was like a big reveal in like episode 6. And then turned into everybody knows about Jezebels. The book. Visiting commanders from out of town know about Jezebels. Well, and Lydia finally learns about Jezebels. Oh, shit. Now, not only is Janine there, but she actually finds out, oh yeah, there's several of my girls here. They all bore fruit for Gilead. Lydia swears she will get them out of this sinful place. Of course, none of them believe her. They're all like, yeah, fuck you. We're beyond your bullshit, Lydia. Oh, boy. shape this around the trees real quick. Yeah. Alright. Bam. Alright, man. Ooh, yeah. Under the sand, but well. Anyway, Serena has arrived at New Bethlehem with her baby and caught the eye of the widowed Commander Wharton. New Bethlehem is hosting ambassadors from all the countries people fled to, trying to make sure that this place isn't as crazy as Gilead. So, of course, Serena gets her chance to show off the baby. And, she's got to talk great things about him. Hey, we got babies. That's what y'all want. We got lots of babies. Y'all can't say that. See, Warren is so impressed with this shit that he starts courting Serena and eventually ends up proposing to her. And oh shit, we're gonna have a royal fucking Gilead wedding. I guess. It's still not really clear who the fuck is actually in charge of Gilead. Alright. Hey. Okay there. Oh, back in Toronto. Luke's case is dismissed. Hooray! Yeah, now he's all in on May Day and wants to go fuck some shit up. Whoa, yeah! Of course, June's kind of unimpressed with the rebels that he's rolling with. She's like, they're unprofessional, they're gonna get you killed, but ultimately she stays to help. Especially after Mark tells her that Janine is now Jezebel's. Oh, these rebels want to make an attack at Jezebel's, but they need to do a dry run. And that's when June's like, yeah, I'm going. And Moira's like, yeah, bitch, I'm going. And then they're like, yeah, we're both going. Yeah. Alright. Meanwhile, Lawrence, whom in season 2 was introduced as the father of Gilead, is now getting promoted to High Commander. Yes, apparently there are several High Commanders, and it makes it very hard to again understand the hierarchy. Especially since, even after getting promoted, Lawrence is still getting plotted against by the regular commanders. Most specifically, this Nepo baby named friggin' Belle. Alright. Straight up. Yeah, there we go. So, Belle and the commanders have been hanging out at Jezebel's, and they're basically fucking with Lawrence by making him go, which I still don't get it. Lawrence is a high commander, and they're all like, yeah, come out with us, and it's like, you got to? I don't know. Because Lawrence is not interested in sex, but he does like publicly castrating Belle every now and then, which is great. Who, by the way, has taken quite the liking to Janine. In return for helping her not get raped in the moment, Janine lets Lawrence listen in to the commanders, and he basically learns, they're going to do their new Bethlehem idea for a couple of years, and then they're going to kill Lawrence and friggin', just use it as a trap. Oh, shit. So, meanwhile, June and Moira, they're undercover as Marthas. And so they get in, they talk to Janine, and they get her to warn the girls about the coming back. However, before they can leave, a random guardian decides, hey, there's random women in here, so it's raping time, because fuck it. Well, he tries to rape Moira and June and her. They tag team him and fight back. But not before the Guardian dude sticks all the intel that they had on the place in a safe that they can't open up. And with the Guardian dead, oh shit. They got no way of getting that back, and they gotta get rid of this body. Oh boy. So they make a trip to the furnace in the basement, and by that point in time, their guardian hasn't checked in, so the lockdown's starting to begin. They're out to the parking lot. They run into Lawrence. June takes the Martha mask, like, hey, it's me. Lawrence is like, fuck it. Alright, get in the trunk and brings them both to safety. Shit. So Lawrence explains to June that New Bethlehem is a trap, and those commanders are probably gonna kill him pretty soon. So June sees the opportunity to get Lawrence back on their side, and she's like, well, hey, we're planning on killing those commanders. So, yeah, sure. Alright. But she needs to get back into Jezebel's and get that intel back. Of course, again, Lawrence is a high commander, but he apparently doesn't have clearance to get back into Jezebel's because of the lockdown. I'm again like, this is really inconsistent, the hierarchy here. But, so, you gotta get a hold of Nick. And Nick's gotta go get it for her. Well, Nick agrees to go get it, but unfortunately, he runs into douchebag Bell, whom at this point is also again letting us know, yeah, we really don't want to like this guy. He's gonna get a real gruesome death. Ah, damn it. That would have been awesome. So, that would have been so badass. That would have made the highlight reel. Alright. So, anyways, though, Bell is like, yeah, Nick, I'm willing to bet you out here against Daddy's orders. And Nick's like, oh, shit. So he goes, he gets the intel, takes June back to his place, only to find, oh shit, High Commander Daddy sitting in his living room. Fuck. So Nick tells June, hey, head on over to Serena's and I'll take care of this. I'm like, alright. She heads over to Serena's. And she's all like, hey, I need that favor. You know, all them times that I didn't kill you or leave you to die or, you know, everything, all of that. And she's all like, yeah, well, I need a bed for the night. And that's it. Serena's like, all right, check. We can do that. All right. Oh, in the morning, in there. She catches up with Rita, who's been living in New Bethlehem, reunited with her sister. And then after a little bit, Nick shows up. And he's like, hey, June, let's run away to Paris right now. We gotta run away right now. Let's go right now. Unfortunately, then Wharton shows up to talk to Serena, so they gotta hide in the closet. And that's when Wharton tells Serena, oh, my son-in-law, Nick, he has uncovered a terrible plot to kill all of our commanders. But we're gonna take care of it by shutting down Jezebel's right now. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. June's like, oh, shit, giving him the death stare as the credits roll for the end of the episode. It is a super awkward drive back to Canada in the morning, man, because it's right at that point, man, Jezebel's is raided by the Guardians. All the women are put up against the wall and shot, except for Janine. Janine is saved and is brought to Belle as a handmaid. Oh, shit. Lydia is ecstatic that Belle saved her special girl Janine. I went to go see her, but Belle says she's not in public viewing mode. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, as Lydia's walking away, knock at the glass window, and there's Janine, beat the flying fuck out of in the window. Like, yeah, bitch, this is the fucking great shit you got me in now. What the fuck? Ooh, look at you. All right. Oh, Lydia, of course, then tries to team up with Serena to get an idea to have the handmaids to retire to New Bethlehem instead of just getting the shit beat out of them or becoming whores. It's a noble thing, but it never really goes anywhere, at least not in this series. All right. With the plan totally busted, morale is in the toilet and the resistant plans to disband. Lawrence, though, hops over to Canada because, he can't get into the fucking whorehouse, but he can, hop the border no problem, back and forth. Sure. June's sorry he's gonna die, but, she's like, I can't really help. But then Lawrence tells her about Serena's wedding plans. Oh. Now June's got ideas. So they come up with a crazy plan. They collect what's left of the resistance. They're like, we're gonna drug the wedding cake. We're gonna friggin' sneak them in weapons. And then when they're all drugged and sleepy, bam, we're gonna kill them all. Yeah. Stabbity stabbity style. Honestly, not a bad plan at all. So they're all disguised as veiled handmaids, and they're helped by an undercover CIA agent who's posing as an aunt. Lawrence sends Lydia away to D.C. about the whole handmaid retirement thing, but she ends up coming back in time to notice June in the crowd. And she's like, oh shit. Trying to tell everybody June Osborne is here. Oh shit, she is here. Oh, everybody at the fucking, they're either in on it and trying to shut her up. Here, Lydia, have some cake. eat your fucking cake, bitch. You know? But... oh, shit. Finally, Lydia notices all the cake that the handmaids didn't eat. Why didn't they eat any of the cake? Oh, shit. So Lydia heads up to the Red Center. She's all like, I want to see the girls right now. The fuck is going on here? That's some horse shit. After a whole bunch of confrontational shit, June shows herself. Well, alright, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. Lydia's on her way to there, but June, she is off to Commander Bell's house. Yeah, you gotta get this douchebag specifically. Bam. It's interesting that he immediately recognizes her. I mean, I'm sure, like, they've seen pictures of her and all of that, but still, like, they're all wearing uniforms and they all look very much the same. So I'm really surprised that this guy's immediately like, Jude Osborne! While he's totally drugged, too, mind you. But, hey, you know, fine. I don't care. I just love that she stabs him in the eyeball. And then he's all drugged and he's all, like, you know, he can't even really react. So he's in a lot of pain and bleeding out. That's great. That guy deserved that shit. But yeah, so June collects up Janine and she heads on back. And she confronts Lydia, who's interrogating all the other handmaids. And Lydia kind of friggin' she sees Janine and she realizes, I've probably kind of been the bad guy here, most of this. So she lets all the handmaids go. Oh, let's see here. Meanwhile, Serena finds out that despite being fertile, Martin still wants a handmaid. Like, hey, we'll have a big family, you know? I'll impregnate you, and I'll impregnate her, and we'll repopulate the earth that way, like, you know? And she's all like, Serena's like, fuck this. No, we don't want the fucking handmaid, man. The fuck. She don't like it. She has a baby. She heads over to Lawrence's house. Of course, Lawrence lets her in on the fact that, hey, this probably wasn't a great time for this because a revolution is going on right now. So, shit. Alright. After a successful night of slaughtering commanders, the truck is going to drop off June and Mara so they can go deeper in and fuck some more shit up. They're going to take the rest of the handmaids to safety in Canada. At least that's the plan until, like, the Guardians show up, throw everybody off the truck, grab June, like, yep, that's you. And bam. Alright. We do got a showdown between Wharton and June. The first time they actually meet and get to talk. It's not really all that profound. It's kind of funny that June's in this weird birdcage thing. Cause fuck it. Oh, but nope, we get to the hanging. We're finally getting to the hanging. Alright. And of course we got Lydia there. We got the CIA agent Ava is there. She's gonna get hung too. And then they show up and they're like, we're gonna also hang all of these handmaids. And the crowd is like, whoa, what do you mean we're hanging fertile women too? What the fuck, man? You know, and like, yeah, shit. So the crowd ends up attacking. Bam! Nobody gets hung. Well, June gets hung, and she definitely should have died, but, whatever. She didn't die. She's not gonna die. Yeah, of course, on top of that, like, she's immediately right back on her feet, ready to go. Lawrence has been brought to the the new base by the Americans, who has invaded Boston and taken the place back over. Shit. Boston is free. But there is still some Warhawk commanders that's got to deal with. Lawrence is told a plan. We got an altitude-triggered bomb. We want you to just put it on the plane. Well, shit. I ain't James Bond, man. What the fuck? Why me? Well, you're the only one who really can. So June says, I'll be your getaway driver. Like, alright. They drive off to the plane. Lawrence says his heartfelt goodbyes because, like, Lord knows he's not getting out of this, like, alive. And then, he goes to put the bomb on the plane, and all the commanders show up. Lawrence has got no choice but to get on the plane with the commanders and the bomb, and friggin', And then as a last little treat, Nick shows up, and he's getting on the plane too, and June's like, oh, fuck. Gotta watch him die too, huh? Yeah, 'cause I ain't saving his bitch ass. I'm killing all these motherfuckers. Bam. Watches the plane go up. Boom. Blows up in the distance. Oh, shit. Alright, so that's the second to last episode. So basically that's the finale. And then the last episode is the friggin' epilogue. Why not? We're basically setting up for all sorts of sequels and friggin' spin-offs and all that. Boston may be free, but we can still got a free New York, D.C., eventually Colorado, eventually we're gonna get to Hannah. Yeah. Luke's got a plan. He's gonna head out to Newport by Rhode Island. He's gonna keep fucking shit up. And oh boy, we learned that Commander Mackenzie has been reportedly promoted. And he is off to D.C. with Hannah. Oh, shit. There's a meeting at the border where Lydia returns Janine and Angela. Serena is seen at the refugee camp with Noah. And finally, June decides to return to where it all began, at the Waterford house. So she can write down her story and tell the Handmaid's Tale. Ooh. Alrighty, so before I forget, let's just remind y'all, wherever you're watching this, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, make sure you're following me everywhere on that. You see the full episodes on YouTube, you get the fun little clips on the Facebook, it depends what everyone's your speed. Or even go check out Spotify. You get the episodes of Mansplaining The Handmaid's Tale all on that. And they are much better edited to remove the ums and ahs and, all of that stuff and the pauses and the dead space. So you know what? That's a great one to watch this shit. While driving. Well, don't watch it. Just listen to it. Oh, alrighty, folks. That's gonna do it for here. We're gonna stop playing here and we'll pick this back up on the back 9 edition. That will be coming up whenever. I'll know that. I'm sure y'all have noticed that I am. Okay, I've noticed that I've been lazy lately. Sorry about that. That was a little bit of a worrisome. I really hope this has been recording, though. We'll see. Anyways, as always, folks, keep up to date with what's going on with your daily dose of down.